Hi everybody, so my name is Virginia, and for my topic it is family structures within the family unit. So the purpose for my study will be using a qualitative type of study which will be used to understand how children who are either of age or under age, the age of 18, who have lived in traditional and non-traditional homes. So if you live in a traditional home is usually the children and the mother and the father. And then a non-traditional home can include anything from a single parent to same-sex couple to a foster couple to grandparents raising you to a guardian who isn't even blood related to you. Those are the definition or examples of a non-traditional home. So using this study, we will figure out if children who are raised in a traditional home have less impaired decision making compared to children who are raised in non-traditional homes. So a review of literature. So family structure contributes greatly to the overall growth of children and adolescents, since they are the first social unit that children and adolescents usually inquire. So that impacts their growth. Children who are raised with both parents are less likely to dwell on obsogenic behaviors than children who are raised with a single parent or who are raised in non-traditional homes, because children who are raised in parents in houses with both of their parents have the responsibilities shared between both parents, so that it's easy to facilitate the home. But with a non-traditional home or somebody who has a single parent, all the responsibilities are on the mother or father or whoever is taking care of the child. Therefore, it'll be a little bit harder to maintain those obsogenic behaviors from your child. 60% of families with children under the age of 18 both have their parents residing together, and over a quarter of the US children under the age of 18 live with either one parent or no parent. But right here, as you can see, there's a little chart, and it says living arrangements of children under the age of 18. So 50.7 million live with two parents, 17.12 live with the mother only million. 2.8 live with a parent present, but not really somebody who's really taking care of them. And I mean, live with no parent present, so they probably live on their own or with their grandparents or things of that sort. Then 3 million live with their father only. So the theory we're going to use here today, it's called family development theory. So family development theory was first created as a family stress theory by Rubin Hill, and then it was developed by Evelyn Duval. So this theory was used to address the family disarray in World War II. With this family development theory, it demonstrates stages in our lives and growth with children and adolescents. So there are eight stages, beginning from beginning families, childbearing families, families with preschool children, families with school children, families with teenagers, families with launching centers, families with middle ages, and aging families. Family development theory is used for the understanding of children and families as they begin to grow throughout their lives. So overall, family development theory is used to describe the stages from when a child is born to when the child is able to move out of the house and things like that. So I think this is the best theory suited for this study. So for our research question, the research question, which is right here, the research question, the research question, which is right here, it is stated, are children that are raised with both parents, either birth or adoptive, are more likely to experience impaired decision making from children who are raised with single parents. Now, the independent variable, which is listed right here, is under the age of, or children who are under the age or of 18 who have moved out of their house. The hypothesis, which is listed right here, is children who are raised with both parents are less likely to have impaired decision-making from their children than children who are raised with a single parent. So the dependent variable is the impaired decision-making, since that is the variable that is changing. So for methods for the method for this study, researchers surveyed hundreds of families that were in the surrounding areas with questions such as their age, their sex, their race, Hispanic origin. The respondents were given different questions to answer, such as the current or latest attendance at school of college, highest level of education, etc. The samples included were families of different races such as African American, Hispanic, Caucasian, etc. The data was broken down through multi-cluster sampling. So using multi-cluster sampling, you groups together based on similar features such as living on the same street or going to the same school, the same church. You group them like that, which helps build the qualitative data more. So the conclusion that was here, as you can see, there's a chart right here, and on the chart the significant figures are 0.00. So if the significant figures are not above 0.05, then the data is statistically significant. So therefore, with this data here, since our significant numbers are 0.00, then the data is statistically significant, making it a null hypothesis. Therefore, stating that children who are raised with both parents are less likely to have impaired decision making than children who are raised with a single parent. So this relates to family science. As family science expands, the importance of families widely makes up everything in between. Researchers that are constantly looking for the best way to assist their client are living much better. With this study, the relevance to family science, as family science expands, the importance of families widely makes up everything in between, right? Yeah. So researchers are constantly looking for the best way to assist their client and make their situation or living altogether much better. So with this study, growing adolescents may have a better functioning with their families, and it brings to light the growing stages that are created by Duval or by Rubin Hill using the family developmental theory. So this theory overall, like I said earlier, kind of just maps out how the children are groomed and brought up from young age to when they're able to live on their own. The complete research study brings into light different family structures and how family structures are compared to other families, and this can assist professionals with knowing how to assess or knowing how to make that connection with their clients to best assist them. So the various limitations with this study being created, assessed, the information is handed off to conduct further research. Families who may probably have not met the requirement may change the overall outcome of their research. Therefore, the information may not be private, it is confidential, but it is really unclear how the information is being processed and formulated. As researchers, we need to be able to eliminate information that is present that contains the individual's identity and the overall growth of the family, making sure to protect them overall. So implications for further research. So these are things that can, just help a little bit. So expanding the geographical area to assist different families outside of the original area. Having families, like I said, of different non-traditional families such as same-sex couples, grandparents, aunts and uncles, foster parents, and guardians as their primary care holders in different families. So it allows for different family structures to be associated. Assuring the accuracy of the data being imputed, and checking out different social groups be created by adolescents during this growing time that may influence their behavior at home. And these are my references. Thank you.